Hey everybody, today I'm going to be doing a review on the LaSplash Studio Shine Lip Lusters de los Muertos. I don't know how to say it, but basically it's Day of the Dead. Now these do have different packaging from all of the other lip products that they've put out, and that they have pictures that are themed for Day of the Dead. Now of course this is going to be a rave video because if you know anything about me, I'm like in love with LaSplash. I think that everything they do is phenomenal, and these are no different. High quality, perfect. But being who I am, I couldn't do a video if I didn't bring up the idea of cultural appropriation. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know that I'm Native American, I'm Mohawk, I'm from a reservation, like I'm legit, and I don't like it when other people appropriate on my culture. So when I see something like this, I kind of think, oh my goodness, are they appropriating on another culture? Because it's a day for the dead in the Mexican culture. So with that aside, while I do think that they kind of dabbled in cultural appropriation, in a way they did it respectfully, and that they're not telling you to go put on like the face makeup for Day of the Dead. They just themed their products after it. For example, if it was Native American and they called something like Dreamcatcher, I would think that that's adorable. So I try to think of it in that term. So if anybody thinks that I'm not being true to the cause, I am being true to the cause. Anyway, so let's get through these shades. By the way, they're not limited edition, they are permanent, so if you did not get your hands on them now, don't worry, they're not just a special for Halloween. In terms of shades, what makes the Studio Shine Lip Luster formula so special is that each one has a metallic finish. So if you look at this shade right here, which is Guadalupe, it has a little bit of metallic sheen. You'll see in the photos that I'm going to post. I'm going to have lip swatches. I also have lip swatches on my Instagram, so if you haven't seen them yet, I'm posting them slowly, but definitely check them out if you'd like to see them in like more still form. But each shade kind of has a reflection, like even this blue, maybe not so noticeable with this light, but definitely all of them have a metallic sheen or shimmer to them. And that's what makes this formula special. A lot of brands put out liquid lipsticks that don't have that shimmer or that metallic sheen, or they do it and they execute it poorly. Whereas these, for $14, you can easily get that look. By the way, if you'd like to save some money on LaSplash, I have a promo code which is right here, so check it out. Plus you get free shipping on orders of 50 plus. So that's also good news. So let's get these swatched up, and then I'll tell you some tips and tricks on how I apply them, and we can go from there. So let's start with purple because I love purple, and this is Amor Eterno, or Eternal Love, and the names are on the top rather than the bottom like they've been in the past. So here's the shade. Very pretty shade. Now these are opaque in one swipe. That was a terrible swipe. They're completely opaque in one swipe, and they do take about a minute to dry down to complete matte. Now this is the shade I'm wearing today. This is Sangre Azul, or Blue Blood. Kind of reminds me of like Paint, but it's more blue. Paint from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but this is like more blue, like more true blue. Then we have a really unique shade, which is Catrina, and this is a shade that looks kind of brown but has a reflection of green. Kind of reminds me of MAC Club or MAC Omega. I forgot the exact shade. I have it listed on my Instagram if you want to know which one I'm exactly referring to. And then we have Guadalupe, which is the golden shade. It's opaque, I just bad angle to swatch at. Then we have Hast, muerte, till death. And last but not least, we have Valentina, which is a nice red. So while this is drying up, I'm going to simply tell you some of my tips and tricks to applying this. First of all, since the doe foot applicator is so thin at the tip, I usually take the tip and then I line the lips and then I start from the center and I sweep outwards and again on the top. It's not good to really rub your lips together like you would with a typical lipstick because it doesn't really do the formula any justice. You want to have a thin coating of this lipstick. You don't want to layer it on too much to have that thin feeling. You don't want it to feel while this doesn't get really cakey and it doesn't feel heavy on the lips, you don't want to layer it on too much because this does dry down to matte, and if you disturb the layers, you're going to have some parts that have dried quicker than others and you might have blotches. If you want the most opaque coverage, try to just sweep it on, kind of like I did here where I just swept it on, but use the tip to line. As you saw when I was originally swatching this one, it kind of came off real thin. You can do that, or you can just use a liner and fill in from there, like use a pencil liner and fill in from there. These do last 8 to 10 hours. Greasy food will be your enemy. So if you're eating French fries or whatever, this is going to start taking it off, but it mostly comes off in the center first and then kind of grades out. It doesn't really like with other lipsticks where it starts coming off on the outside. No, you don't have that with this. It's mostly from the inside out. But that also gives you a tip on how to remove it. So if you're looking to remove this, you can either get the LaSplash remover, or you can use anything that has shea butter, anything that has oil in it. Really helps to just break this apart. This is not water soluble, so this will be waterproof, transfer proof, kiss proof, coffee proof, pretty much everything proof, but stay away from the greasy food. It's literally like the best diet ever. Like put this on and be like, nope, I can't eat that burger. The lips are too perfect. It's a good excuse. So with that being said, these have very long wear. They are drying, so if you want to, because they are matte, they're super matte. Like they're super matte. They're not like MAC matte where it's like, oh, it's still a little moisturizing. No. If you want to moisturize the lips, you can put a little bit of a chapstick or a lip balm on your lips about 5 minutes before you apply this, but you don't want to put it on any sooner because it will disturb the drying process for this. Also, you don't want to layer gloss over this because it can get messy. Looks great in pictures, but in practice, not so much. It will cause it to get weird. Also, once it's on, you don't want to really be like rubbing your lips together because it will start to feel a little grainy. You kind of want to just set it and forget it, like that old infomercial, if you guys used to watch infomercials. But you just want to set it and forget it. You don't really want to, you know, be rubbing your lips. But that means like kissing and stuff, that doesn't disturb it. It's kind of like when it's product on product, it causes a little bit of a problem. So we've already had some drying here, and you can see what I mean in terms of reflection. And you'll see it better in the pictures, but you can see it dries down perfect. Really, like it's not going anywhere. You know, well, that one's still a little wet, but it's not going anywhere. You know, it's staying put. And before I end this video, I just want to show you the tubes, because I didn't really get to show you. This is Valentina. This is Amor Eterno, features a nice couple. Then we have Sangre Azul, which is blue blood. Catrina. And these are not stickers, like the cap is actually, this is just on the cap. This is Guadalupe. And then this one is Hast, muerte, till death. And again, if you'd like to save 10% off your order, please use my promo code --affiliate everything, the whole thing, and you can save 10% off this or any other purchase that you make on the LaSplash website. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the picture swatches and the live swatches, and please be sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm Recycled Stardust.